We're having a special meeting for the ambulance district. We had a miscommunications of contracts. We didn't get it set up for the meeting last week, so we scheduled a special meeting for a maintenance agreement contract for Mr. Zach Ayers. I don't think there's a code number, is there, that I have to read, or? I don't
No,
have
but
it.
just for, our special meeting, under Idaho Code 74204 subsection 2 for a special meeting, that there is a likelihood of
You read it.
damage or loss.
She went to college. Make her earn her money.
The special meeting is for the purpose of considering a contract for Zach Ayers. The contract itself is for maintenance of emergency vehicles, as previous emergency vehicles had not been maintained and caused significant damage and loss to the county. This contract itself needed to be implemented prior to the next regular meeting, due to the likelihood of further damage or loss if not implemented before then. You may continue.
Thank you.
So just some of the background, Bruce and some of the others. When we sat down originally to do this, it started off with a training scenario, going around and doing some basic training on how to check oils, those type of things. It wasn't even a maintenance discussion because of where we were sitting, with the vehicles. From 3 different, entities, in the valley. We could not get anybody to go to these sites. I tried and tried and tried. Mining backgrounds, diesel mechanics, to having companies right down the street. It was not going in there. Approached Silver Valley Tire, approached A. Smith Motors. We couldn't get anybody out to site, and again, get it all under one house of where we needed it to be. We all knew that was gonna be the case. So as it came about, I approached Zach as part of the discussion as well, to move forward with something like this and having the documentation and whatnot that goes along with it, all the maintenance and everything. And it was supported by this group originally to pursue that, so I hope, we can have a motion to move this forward onto the consent, agenda for the, Board of County Commissioners to consider.
And just a little more addition, we kind of already took it in-house on doing a bunch of maintenance on all the ambulances. So, my opinion, Jerry could chime in anytime, I think he saved us a bunch of money already. Upon this contract, commissioners would like to have him be insured, personally insured, correct, Dave?
What, commercial
Or
insurance for
bonded.
his, yeah. for
So
his-
he's already in the process of doing this. As of today, he has purchased a vehicle that he's applying for a lost title for. So he will be bonded, insured, but he's gotta wait at least 10 days to get the title or whenever it will come for the vehicle so he can license and insure it. So he saved us a bunch of money already, but with the license and bonding, we may need to go into a little discussion about reimbursement. Cause it wasn't, go ahead.
No, I'm waiting, and then I'll go over some pieces on the contract.
So,
That was one of
go
the
ahead
items.
and, just a thought, and I'm just throwing it out into the air, and everybody can run how they want with it. He was charging us $50 an hour for labor. It's gonna cost him about $200 plus a month for the bonding insurance part, is what he told me today, so that's all I have, just throw it out at everybody. Jerry?
Can he be bonded to the county itself, or does he have to have a separate bond?
No, it's gotta be a separate contract.
separate contract, separate bond.
Because he's an independent business at this point.
Okay, my comments, and Brittany, some of this is for you. Maybe this is just the way legally you put it, County of Shoshone Ambulance District. The official name is Shoshone County Ambulance Service District. I don't know if we need the official name of the way it was formed in there or not, but, that is the official when they developed the district.
I don't know that it matters either way, but I can change it.
I
have it
don't,
open right now.
I mean, if it don't need to be, I'm just bringing that up.
I have it up, so I can change it. Changed.
About 6 paragraphs down where it says, where Zach Ayers is a private individual who is licensed to maintain motor vehicles. I thought we determined that he didn't need a license. I don't know if he is
Right.
licensed.
I had just put that in there, so, I will take that out.
We can put
Yeah,
something
so
like
there
who is
isn't any
skilled
sort
or,
of, right, there's no
something in
licensing
there.
in the state of Idaho for maintenance mechanics, right?
then down further, that item number 1, we have scope of contract entity hereby employs. We don't employ, we hereby by contract with them. We definitely aren't employing. He's an independent contractor. I mean, that was the whole goal of it.
Sure, I mean, I think the language there isn't specific to that, because the rest of the contract identifies him as a contractor.
It
and
does,
identifies that
and-
he's not an employee, but yeah, I can take it.
Under section B, bi-monthly inspects, I don't know if you meant to put inspection or inspects on that, that's just some grammar. And then when we get to the next page, page 2, yeah, it comes up with that rate. I'd propose we just move it to $55 an hour, which will then compensate for that additional, expense he has. But I would like to put something in there with that also, and I talked to him about this, that he has the responsibility of turning an invoice in monthly to get paid along with the timesheets and detail. And then something to the note that we would pay him within 30 days in the following month of the service that was conducted or something of the sort, just so that there isn't any issue or payment comes in on that.
And then, so I imagine that all parts and things that he will need in order to maintain the vehicles, is that part of what he would come to you for to?
Yeah, and he has a timesheet, and when I talked to him, he has timesheets, he has material lists, and then I asked him to put it together in a summary, but just so that we have that he needs to submit that himself,
Okay.
not that we need to create that for him, and then we would pay him within 30 days following the month of the service.
Okay.
And that was the only comments. Oh, nope, I had one more. On the duration of the contract, we have it starting on March 1, which I understand why, but at the same time, he's conducted some service prior to that, so I don't know if we need to encompass that or what we need to do with that.
I think that probably needs, I mean, this contract specifically for his work, needs to be sent to the commissioners, so he can't start work until it's been approved by the commissioners, under this contract.
Okay, so then we've got him working without a contractor, however, I don't know, but he's definitely already done some work that somehow needs to be compensated.
Sure, and so that's probably under a separate line item, as far as under this contract specifically when it starts, that work wouldn't have fallen under it, probably would just fall under whatever your regular maintenance is.
And that would be fine, probably needs to go to commissioners then, that you guys approve to go ahead and pay for work done up to this time also at
Which
the
will
rate of
be
55.
Wednesday.
So, yeah.
So we should make sure that's on their calendar too.
It is.
Again,
Yeah,
because we
both.
have not done anything with the run tires, we submitted that
What
was
was,
auto, anything like that.
I was working through some other things on this contract, what was the payment schedule on him, is that he would submit?
He would just submit an invoice with detail and timesheets, and then that he would get paid within 30 days following the month of service.
Okay.
Is that gonna be like at the meeting, then we'll get the bill and?
I don't know,
Review it,
I
send it.
just told him to turn it in prior,
Okay.
like anybody else, as long as we have a
Okay.
contract, and then we'll just send it through for approval with the rest of the things we pay.
So not to beat that dead horse, but Lori, could we, have 2 separate items? I think the consent was already turned in for their calendar for this, but we really need to make sure.
And
that
those
we have
bills will be there,
the
so.
prior to this contract.
And then I just kept in, hourly rate wouldn't exceed 50 hours per month. I don't know if you care to have any sort of maximum on there for how many hours or,
I don't think we need to, because if we get into,
It would be going to a shop.
it'll go to the shop, but also if we have something like a drag line, new joints, that type of thing, you could definitely go over that within a certain time frame and still be cheaper than the shop.
okay,
Which is still not major repairs.
it's just been in some other contracts, so I didn't know if you guys had a or a maximum on that, but I took it up.
Scratch that.
And I also included the invoices will be submitted to entity and payment shall be rendered 30 days after the invoices are
I
received.
do, I'm waiting for, he's got another one he's gonna submit and give me a summary for the month of February.
Okay, so then I'll send that into the commissioners for approval, once you get that.
That would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, when's that meeting?
Well, it's
Wednesday.
Wednesday, but, if we don't get it on next week, we could probably get it on the following.
Okay. Well, like I said, I've got everything up to what he just did on this since, I don't know, I think last week. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything on page 3?
And is he from Kellogg? I didn't know an address for him.
2360 Larson Road,
Where?
Fish Hatchery and Muller.
Oh, in Mullen. Okay.
How'd I know that?
I didn't know that.
Just right off
What's the
top of my
zip code in Mullen?
Huh?
4-6.
46. Got it. Thank you. I should know. I looked, so I-
Yeah, it was
I
only
didn't do
33
the
years
log,
ago.
but- Okay.
Rick, do you want this scratched up sheet or do you have it?
I think I got it in here. I got it while you're talking.
Any other discussions? I guess it'd probably be an individual vote, right?
Roll call vote.
Bill?
Yeah,
Well,
We
I
need a
guess
motion
need a
on-
motion
I'll make a
for-
motion to approve move forward to the consent calendar from the Board of County Commissioners ambulance motor vehicle maintenance agreement and repair service agreement for Zach Ayers, based definitely on what, pending the corrections with what Gary did, the 55, to support the 55 hourly rate and pulling the hours off.
I'll second that.
Roll call vote. Shell? Matt?
Aye.
Jerry?
Aye.
Trent? All in favor? Aye. So I will bring this to the county commissioners Wednesday. Just general information before we adjourn, Jerry and I are gonna meet with commissioners Wednesday. Jerry, could we meet at the consent meeting at 9:30 instead of 10?
Yep.
And then we'll just carry our other meeting on. Mr. Doss has asked us for the next few weeks to be present at the Wednesday meetings. If I can't make it, I planned on doing the meetings, but if I can't make it, I'll get 2 of you to go. I'd like to bring Jerry this time and then maybe Mac the next time, Shell. However your schedules, we'll debate that at the meeting.
As long as I don't have to go with Trent, I'll be happy.
So anyway, just kinda, that way you can bring everybody in with the commissioners, meet them,
I
and
missed you, Matt.
they can hear your side of everything also. I have no other business.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Thank you, great meeting.
And
All right,
I,
thank you.